I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears that my impression about you was right. I knew that you would come through and bring closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory. So I don't know if we could exactly say that we solved the case. We did solve the case. All they did was arrest the bandits, arrest the villains. We solved the case, come on. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been so successful. Backed into a corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may very well have harmed the hostages. Agreed, everything worked out because you infiltrated their hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done. You really think so? It's true that the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested. But it's a bit vexing to know that there are still some unanswered questions left. Like, where the heck is that ring? The men who appeared at the Valyria Lakeshore and the mystifying attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I think we should consider that there's a lot behind this incident that we don't know about. Well, I guess we'll have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's really not much left we can do. We can break into that compound and interrogate them ourselves. With Shara. It's our specialty. Anyway, we should just be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your reward. Really, are you okay with that? Of course I am. I'd like to thank you too, Olivier. I just hope that my work was worth the price of that Grand Chardonnay. Not even close, dude. Yes, in fact, there was change to spare. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and if anything else comes up, I'd greatly appreciate your help again. Good day. Bye. Wow, nice that someone appreciates us. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that if the incident had gone on any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. It's probably only natural that the mayor is as happy as she is. Now I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think a bracer could be any more happy than knowing her work helped out a bunch of other people. If you say so. But I think it's safe to say that you're no longer greenhorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time. You think so? At any rate, please accept your assessment and pay for clearing up the incident. Okay, we got the South Block burglary. Still 6th class. Here's the pay the mayor was talking about. It's a very, very nice sum. And this is from me. Ooh, we got a recommendation. Isn't this a recommendation from the Bows branch? Is it alright to give this to us so soon? We've only been here a day. Of course, it would be downright rude of me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it. Thank you, Lugrin. We'll work hard so that we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation. Great work, you two. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news. Sure. You're probably right. I wonder what on earth Cassius could be doing right now. Now, not contacting the guild is one thing, but not contacting his family is a completely different matter. Yeah, it's definitely not like him. I mean, maybe he's been calling back home this entire time trying to figure out where Estelle and Joshua are. We don't know that. After he suddenly disembarked from the airliner in Bows, I wonder where he could have gone. Excuse me, please. Aren't you that receptionist from the landing port? What's the matter? You see, we recovered some of the cargo stolen by the Sky Bandits. And among some of the pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. Was there a ring among them? Oh wait, no, that doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe. So I'm here to deliver one of them today. I appreciate you doing that. But wait a minute. Why is there something addressed to this branch when the airliner left Bows to begin with? It's actually addressed to the Rolent branch. But aren't Cassius Bright's family members here? How do you know that? What? That's us, but... Oh, perfect. We contacted the Rolent branch and they said you had come here. Here you are. This is the parcel. Okay, so maybe we go to the army and they'll give us the ring? Because seriously, where is this stupid ring? Estelle was given both the letter and parcel. This letter, yep, it's in Dad's handwriting. It's addressed to Joshua and I at the Rolent branch. It seems as if he just scribbled it out before he got off the airliner. I guess Dad did intend on getting in contact with us after all. Oh. Well, that's good to hear. So that parcel is from your dad, too. No, this one looks like it was sent to my dad by someone else. Huh? That's odd. Yeah, the sender hasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done, so I'll be on my way. Bye. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in helping arrest those sky bandits. Thanks, man. You bracers sure do excellent work. And to think that a clue about your father would be mixed in with the airliner's cargo. Feel free to use the lounge upstairs to read this letter, if you like. Thanks, Lugrin. Ha, well then, let's have a look at the contents, shall we? Olivier? This is a private letter? He's so nosy. Do you mind telling me what you're still doing here? It's just plain and simple curiosity, that's all. Why did your father disembark the airliner prior to its departure? Were I forced to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind so I'd never be able to sleep at night. And you're telling me this because... Oh, how heartless and cruel can you be to a companion who has traveled alongside you? And just who is it you have to thank for being able to infiltrate the Sky Bandits' hideout, I wonder? Alright already. You can be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. However, depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? Of course I understand. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Estelle started by cutting the letter seal. Dear Estelle and Joshua, I'm sure you're probably about finished with the jobs I left for you, right? I'm also sure there are many things you'll have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. I know you both can succeed. Anyway, it turns out that I've had a little trouble with my own work. And unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. I'm really sorry that things turned out like they did, but you should be grown up enough not to be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to the both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working in Relent, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Your 16th year is a vintage time in your life, so make sure not to waste it. I thought they were 15. Am I wrong? I don't know. Please give my regards to Sherazard and Ina. Cassius Bray. Not Ridge? Poor Ridge. He's so neglected. That seems like the type of letter your father would write. It touches lightly on things, but it's full of consideration toward the both of you. Yeah. It looks that way. The Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, that's still a ways off. Yep, it's about 2 or 3 months away. Which means this would be the perfect time to take a small trip. I really wonder where your father is and what he's up to. Forget about that and let's focus on what's in that package. With an unknown sender, there's bound to be something interesting inside. To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself. But we shouldn't be opening things addressed to my dad. Why don't you think of it this way? It was a package delivered by an unknown sender about the time your father disappeared. The two might be related, you know? That's true. Olivier. Don't coax Estelle into doing something to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually though, Olivier does have a good point. Instead of leaving it until our dad comes home, it might be worth looking into. I mean, he did send it to you, so maybe he wanted you to look at it, right? I mean, if he wanted to keep it for himself, he would have kept it for himself, but he sent it to you, so, you know. Okay, let's check it out. Estelle opened the parcel from the unknown sender. Inside was a shiny, black, hemispherical device. And enclosed was a single memo with the item. Is it a bowl? It looks like a upturned bowl. A very nice upturned bowl. What's this supposed to be? It's an ornament, although I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see what the memo says. I was able to secure the item the aforesaid group was carrying, so please take care of it. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis of it when you find an opportunity. K. 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 That's it? Yup, it looks like the sender didn't write anything else. Shira, do you have any idea who K or Professor R might be? Do we know anybody whose name started with K? I mean, I don't think the only professor we've met was Alba, so... I hate to say this, but I don't have a clue for either. Your father's pretty well known, so there's a possibility these people could be foreigners too. If this is the only thing we've got to go on, then honestly, I'm about ready to throw in the towel. What the heck is this black ornament anyway? From the shape alone, it doesn't look like anything intended for general use. It's a bowl, although it feels a little similar to a battle ornament. Even so, it's still quite different. A normal battle orbment has slots in which to install quartz. But this one has none. Maybe this one is an artifact. An artifact? Precisely. An artifact is an orbment created by an ancient civilization. Artifacts are the models for all orbments produced today. They're still occasionally discovered in ruins, and for the most part, the Septian Church has custody over them. They're a type of antique, so to speak. But this one doesn't appear to be that old. It looks to me like it was made recently. You're right about that. However, this one almost seems like a black market item. Ooh, things are getting interesting. Jeez, now look at what's happened because of my good-for-nothing dad. Doesn't he know that we're all worried about him? Estelle? Now he's getting some sketchy item from an unknown sender. What in the world has my dad gotten himself into this time? Maybe he's not just a bracer. Maybe he also is some sort of black market dealer. Estelle. He's just been hiding it from Estelle and Joshua. And everybody at the branch. You know, Estelle, I've been thinking. How about we continue our journey? Huh? Joshua? That's what Dad wrote in his letter, right? We are going through the Chrome Pass. He said, or you're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Yeah, he did say that, but we've already managed to get recommendations for Roland and Bose, right? All that's left are Rouen, Zeiss, and Grancel. Only those three. If we do jobs as we travel around to these other regions, we just might hear something about where Dad is or what he's doing. I think we're just worrying ourselves for nothing, considering Dad's skills, the ones that Estelle has no idea about. And there's also the possibility that he may have even traveled abroad. But I think getting off our own duffs is a lot better than just sitting around and waiting. And we just might be able to find this Professor R, too. Joshua? What? What? You are a genius! Estelle, what are you talking about? This is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or maybe even 10. Sometimes I hate you for being so smart. So, should I consider that a yes? Oh, is it ever? Yes, yes, triple yes. Training to be senior bracers as we travel around Liberl. And exposing what that no-good middle-aged man has been doing in the process. I think you're somehow missing the point. Huh, it looks like she's back to her old self. I guess it's settled then. Does this mean Olivia's coming with us? Because that's the only thing I care about right now. Wait. Well, take care. I'm going to head back to Roland now. What? That said, I'm still a little worried about you two. Are you sure you don't want me to come along? We do want you to come along. Please come along. Give it a rest, Shara. We'll be fine. The whole reason we're going on this trip is to become senior bracers. It wouldn't be training anymore if you came with us. And if you didn't go back, the Roland branch would have a hard time managing things. Don't worry about us. We'll figure out a way to get things done. Well, if you insist. It's pretty rare for someone your age to be aiming for senior bracer status, so don't overdo it. We are gonna kick your butt, Shara. We are going to, I think Shara is like the youngest bracer, right? Or senior bracer. We're gonna beat that record. And if you run into any trouble, contact the Roland branch, you got it? I'll come running no matter where you are. Aw. Sure, thanks, Shara. And the same goes for you. Don't get yourself too liquored up. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Alright. I'll watch the number of drinks. Never fear, dear children. You can count on me to protect Fair Shara. No! Everybody's leaving us! He's our only long-range fighter. Come on. And why are you headed to Roland? Not to mention with Shara. That's because I've tasted all there is to taste of the local dishes here in Bose. Well, we're going to Rouen, so come with us. And I thought it was about time I turned my attentions toward another region. As for Roland's cuisine, I've heard the produce is just to die for, so that's what I'm looking forward to next. That's pretty much it. He says he wants me to introduce him to a nice restaurant and some lovely vegetables, or some such nonsense. Since he's so persistent, I only agreed to him coming along under the condition that he go drinking with me at the bar. We'll never see him alive again. Olivier, I really hope you understand what you've promised her. I could die for the likes of fine women and food. Part of me longs to be by your side as you continue your journey, Joshua. I was gonna say, like, Joshua's with us, so you gotta come with us. But after many agonizing hours of consideration, I've decided to accompany Fair Sherazard instead. I think I'll be better off with you a safe distance away from me. Well, have fun, but I'm warning you. Don't you dare make any trouble in Relent, you hear me? And here's another piece of advice. When Shara's at the bar, watch out. That's when the gloves come off. I'm seriously not joking when I say you should beware. How dare you speak about your mentor like that, Estelle? And besides, Ina's coming along too. I mean, Olivier's doomed. Yeah, and she's even worse than you. The gloves come off, huh? Is that, perchance, what you and Estelle were talking about before? Yes, Estelle said it best though. It was nice knowing you. We'll be at your funeral, Olivier. We'll say some nice words. Yes, it was a pleasure. Huh? The Relent-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Well, Ollie boy, it looks like it's time for us to leave. Come on now, we'd better hurry and get on. Shara, wait, can't we talk this over? I'd really appreciate it if I had just a little more time to think things through. Surely you're not getting cold feet already. If you consider yourself a man, then quit acting like a ninny. Oh, she's dragging him away. See you later, Shara. Give our regards to everyone in Relent. Have a wonderful trip, you two. Bye, Olivier. We'll say nice words at your funeral. It was like a, what, 20-minute cutscene? And it's still going. And we never did find that ring. Alright, chapter 1 end. Save that. And that's about the gist of the Sky Bandit incident that occurred in northern Liberal. So somebody's reporting to somebody else. And to think that the bankrupt Capua family drifted all the way down here. Bankrupt family. Okay. So that's what they meant when they said they wanted their home back with the mirror. That's why they were ransoming those people. You might be contacted by Liberal regarding the incident, so deal with it as you see fit. Yeah, it turns out I wasn't able to meet him in the end. It seems like something else must have come up. Also, the connection with the Sky Bandit incident is still unknown, but it's clear that another power is at work here. Oh yeah, right, they were being manipulated by somebody in the background. Forgot about that. So maybe Dawn was being manipulated too. No, it's not like that at all. I've also become acquainted with an interesting bunch. The food's great, and there are babes everywhere. This is unquestionably my kind of country. Maybe I'll just take up permanent residence here while I'm at it. Alright. There's no need to throw a fit. Anyway, see what else you can find out. Just don't get caught looking into things by the Chancellor. I'll contact you again, my dear friend. Is Olivier a spy? Is he an international spy? I love messing with that guy. He's just so stuffy and uptight that I can't help myself. A portable phone, huh? Well, aren't you carrying around quite the nifty gadget? Ooh, the spy just got caught by Shara. Somebody's gonna get interrogated. Shara! And the fact that you're carrying around an orbment that even the Zeiss Central Factory couldn't create. Well, how about you tell me who you really are? Come on, Shara, don't treat me like I'm some kind of stranger. I'm Olivier Lenheim, the wandering bard and gifted musician you've come to adore. But if you'd like to get to know me better, I'm sure we could arrange something. A little pillow talk, perhaps. How about we skip the foreplay and go straight to the climax? Your cheap antics don't fool me, Olivier. Or should I call you Mr. Erebonian Operative? It looks like the title Silver Streak isn't just for show. So I guess you were pretending that you didn't notice in front of Estelle and Joshua, huh? Notice what? That you're an idiot? I don't want to worry those two any more than they already are. So back to the subject at hand. Why don't you start talking? Who are you, and what are you doing in Liberal? I mean, either Olivier really is an idiot, or he's just pretending to be one. I'm personally inclined to believe it's the former. Before that, I'm going to have to correct you on 2 points. First off, these cheap antics, as you call them, are totally natural. I'm not play acting or anything. That's just who I am. Oh, I'm sure. So do you mean to tell me that you drank that wine without paying just because you felt like it? And after that, being taken to the Hagen Gate so you could gather information was all part of the plan. I mean, he was already at the Hagen Gate, right? And you even set yourself up to run into us. I don't think so. I'll leave that part up to your imagination. The other thing I must correct you on is about this device, is that this device is not an orbit. It is an artifact which was unearthed in the Empire. It can piggyback off any orbital communications system, and its transmissions can be encrypted, so there's no worry about them being intercepted. You're giving her a lot of information, dude. Would a spy really do that? Unless you're just trying to mislead her, you know? Also, how did you get that, like, artifact? I thought they were all, like, confiscated by the church. It comes in handy for a busy man such as myself. An artifact, like one of the sacred relics the Septian Church has stewardship over. Now I'm all the more curious to know what you're after. Black market, he's in the black market. Oh, no, Shara. You should never try to pry into the secrets of a mysterious beauty all at once. He's the mysterious beauty in this equation. How would you like to get to know a real woman? I'd be more than willing to show you with my whip. Shara, I don't see any humor in those eyes. Well, jokes aside, you really should have just been straightforward from the beginning. As you have already figured out, my position is like that of an operative in the Empire. But I have no intention of sabotaging anything or stealing classified information. I merely came here to meet a certain someone. A certain someone? Yes, someone you know all too well. The one lauded as the supreme swordsman and master strategist by the royal army. The bracer with a special title belonging to but 4 people throughout the whole of the entire continent. The divine blade, Cassius Bright, is the one I seek. Ooh. Cassius is a lot more awesome than we gave him credit for. Madrigal of the White Magnolia. Cool, cool. We're in chapter 2 now. We're still in Bose, surprisingly. They want to make us work to get to Ruan. Let's see, if we're going to travel around the entire kingdom, then our next destination is the Ruan region. I wonder which route we should take to get there. About that, so you're really not planning on using an airliner. I think it's going to be quite the detour if we head there on foot. You remember what Shara said, right? We need to walk and actually see the places we protect first. Or was it Dad who said that? Well, I guess since we have some time on our hands, it wouldn't be a bad thing to head there on foot. We could save the money it would cost to use an airliner. Great idea. We can use the money we saved to go shopping at the Bose Market. After all, we didn't have the time to spend shopping around leisurely during the whole Sky Bandit mess. And then we could leave after that. So what do you think? I don't care either way, but try not to waste too much money. Just so you know, in order to enter the Ruan region, we'll need to go through the Chrome Pass to the west. Once you're done shopping, let's leave through the West Gate. Okay, the West Gate, right? Okay, cool. Let's go check the guild, see if that quest is still available. Okay, Stolen Ring, it says short term. I guess it's still open. Let's check the thing. I don't know. Like, maybe it wasn't in the hideout, or maybe we have to go to the Hagen Gate to, like, get it? I don't know. Alright. We got a new quartz. Oh ho, yes. Good work. It looks like you managed to achieve your objective. Come back again if you have anything else to report. Alright. Okay, so we'll end that here. There was a lot of cutscenes. But yeah, we'll pick back up next time.